unofficial, official end of camp today?
Well, we've still got we've got to make a trip over to Vancouver and play a very good Vancouver team. You know, BC's they've been good for the last couple of years, and Rick's doing a real good job with them. So we're taking our guys over. We'll be minus about 25 guys,
Yeah.
and we're going to go over there and play as hard as we possibly can.
Talk about the different challenge here because you're going to face, I don't know how long, but you're going to face their starters at least for one quarter, and how much of a challenge that presents for a younger group.
I would say they'll play probably more like a half. I wouldn't think they'd only play them a quarter. I would think they'd play them at least a half. But regardless of who plays, we're going to go over there and play good, hard football and get the evaluations that we need.
What's the quarterback plan?
I'm going to play Daggy for a half, and I'm going to play 16 for a half. That's kind of it's their game to go out and show what they can do, and because we're leaving the other two at home.
How has Antonio Alfano looked?
He's going to be a good player, I do believe. I mean, football matters to him. He's been around some big football, and he's been a highly thought of player in a lot of places. And then, of course, most recently he's been in junior college playing. So if you're willing to step back and go to junior college football in the States, you got to love it. And so look forward to seeing what he's going to bring to our football team.
Coach, I want to talk a little bit about the defensive line from last year. It's been rebuilt. A lot of new personnel. How are you feeling about that right now?
Well, we feel like we've got some pieces that are there. The thing about it is, what I learned from Don was the fact that when the lights come on, the real players show up, and so there were some guys that quite honestly hadn't shown that great at practice, but in the game the other night they really played well. So look forward to seeing if they can do it a second time. And usually those are the two tests that we're given to try to make our evaluations, and we weight them pretty heavily.
Would you say that you have like a starting four in mind?
We'll see. I mean, we always rotate six to seven. So that's kind of what we're looking at is a by committee defensive line.
What the change? I mean, used to fly into the preseason game on the day of and then fly out, but having a chance to make this kind of like a road trip. How important is that, you think, even in preseason?
Well, I mean, like I told the coaches, some of these guys, unfortunately, when we cut them, it'll be the last time that they get a chance to put on pads. Yeah. And so we're going to give them every bit of everything that we can as a coaching staff, and that's kind of why I split practice up and had some of the guys that aren't going to make the trip, I had them go to the weight room, is the fact that we can spend undivided attention with them both on the field and meetings tonight, and give them everything that we possibly can so that they can play their best football hopefully on game day.
Looking ahead to the season, is there a number that you have in mind, like a level of improvement you want to see in this team over 4 wins from last year?
No, we want to win the Grey Cup. I mean, that's why you play the games. If you ever you got to be a loser if that's not your goals going in, and regardless of what that number might be. I mean, we were 9-9 one year in Toronto and won it, and then of course we were 15-3 and we've won it. So I mean, it's we want to play good enough to get in the playoffs, play good solid football. We want to play good football here in front of our fans, and then we want to win enough games to win the whole thing.
Good.
All right, thanks.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.